these practices this time of year are what our body and our spirit is asking for. So we're going to move more to that restorative style of yin, which means lots of props. Make sure your spaces are warm and really relax. Our edges, we're looking for less edge. So 3, 4, maybe 5. I'll give you the option to go deeper if you want sometimes, but we want to get into those places where we can really release and let ourselves soften and open into some longer holds. So we're going to start tonight in supine butterfly. So that's on our back, and we have lots of options here. So bring soles of feet together. You can take blocks underneath your knees and come right down your back. You can take a bolster, or if you're at home, a rolled blanket. It can go underneath your knees with soles of feet together so you're supported. Or you can just let the knees open on their own. It depends on how this feels in your body for you. And we're going to be here for about 6 minutes. So as you find your way in, really test how this feels through this inner line of your hip. It can be a lot, especially on our back. So don't hesitate to support underneath the thighs and the knees. And then options for your arms, you can leave them down by your sides. You could take them up overhead. And if they're up overhead, you could let them come down on a support or right down to the floor if your shoulders let that happen. No, it's not just the yoke that's doing that. No, restrictions for the shoulders is a real thing. You can open your arms out too into a tree or a V if that feels better, having them up, or just let them rest on your body if that feels best. We're honoring what our body feels like it needs in our practice tonight. So as you find your way into your space, take a slow, deep breath in. And then as you let it go, soften through the face. Feel the shoulders melt back. And really start to relax every single muscle you can find in your body. We're going to take 5 more breaths here. See if you can find more release to the arms, into the palms, the hands. Getting really heavy towards the floor. Last deep exhale. Let it be really long and slow. And if your arms are up overhead, just very gently bring them back down along the sides. And let them come towards the outside line of the thighs, and with a breath, bring the knees together slowly. Let the feet find the floor. And just take a few breaths here. Constructed resting pose, a rebound. Let the hips feel like any intense sensation starts to resolve. And then a little bit of movement through the toes. We're going to heel toe the feet further apart towards the edges of your mat. Let's just take some windshield wipers here, really slow. Moving in your own time, to your own breath, reaching into the spots that feel like they need attention. And we're going to start to make our way up towards seated. So you can rock and roll the length of the spine. You could come over onto your side and then just press yourself up. Whatever way feels best for you. And we're going to come to cross-legged. So starting with our right leg in front, this is Sukhasana, or easy pose. We're going to take a forward fold here. It's a variation of shoelace. So taking it in a regular cross-legged, if this is available to you, some people have a really hard time here with their hips. Can feel really great. We're going to reach into the outside line and through the glutes. You can place a blanket underneath your sit bones to make this a little more comfortable to come forward. But before we start, we're going to take our bolster and set it behind us, because we're going to fold forward, and then as we come out of that, we're going to turn this into our supported fish. I'm going to put mine to the side because I'm going to turn once I'm done, but you can put yours directly behind you on your mat so that it'll make a fluid space for us to come forward and then back. And if you really want a lot more sensation through the outside line, you can turn this into whatever version of shoelace that you want. So if coming knee over knee just seems like the right place for you to be tonight in your body, the option's there for you to take that. We're going to come to a nice tall spine, take a breath in, let the eyes close, and just feel into how the hips feel, how the spine feels. And then as you breathe out, start to walk this forward. And if you feel like you need your bolster to come around in front to support you, you can always take that and bring it in, or find blocks under the forearms. Take a slow, deep breath and just let yourself fold into whatever space, whatever depth
whatever edge feels really good. Let the head dangle. Maybe it rests on a block. And then once you've found your edge, that space where you feel like it's enough, use your breath to relax as much as you can through the thighs, down into the soles of the feet. And starting to let the breath begin. So trying not to control it. Just let gravity take you down, the breath slip underneath any control or intention. Start to come back to the awareness of your breath. So building a deeper inhale, starting to feel it from the low back. Maybe it reaches into those muscles around the sit bones as you breathe a little deeper. Relax completely as you let the breath go. And you'll let the hands come down to the floor to support you. Very gently breathing in, start to walk the hands so that you can lift the heart. Keep the chin tucked in towards the chest, let your eyes stay closed as you come up. Take a breath or two here, just a really brief rebound. Take a moment for the body to rebalance from being in a deep fold. And we're going to take our time and turn this into our supported fish. So you can leave your legs crossed, you can lengthen them out, you can bend them so the feet come to the floor, whatever feels most appropriate. And then just let yourself come into this gentle back bend. You can always place a block under at the top so that you create more of an angle for your spine so that you don't have to come so deep into this back bend. Find that spot that feels great through the lower spine. Let the shoulders melt back on either side and let your arms open up to a space that feels just right as the palms come down. Close the eyes. And then just surrender all of the weight of your body into your supports. In this practice tonight, the way to go deeper is to relax more.
And starting to deepen the breath. Becoming aware of the arms, which might feel really heavy into the floor. Breathe into the palm of the hands. Maybe you expand the fingers. Bring some energy back to that space. And then wiggle through the fingers. Move through the toes. Very gently, we're going to bring one arm across the body and then just come off of our support, make our way to our side. We've been here for a while. We're going to take a little bit of a rebound. Make a pillow with your arm as you come down. You can close the eyes. Find a comfortable space here just to breathe. One more breath here. And then trying not to shake up the energy body too much. Very slowly, we're going to come back to seated. So really take your time as you find your way there. We're going to come back to that easy pose. Lower, I can lower the legs, yeah. We're going to come back to easy pose. This time we're going to put the left leg in front. And again, you can always bring your supports in. If you like, close the eyes, lift the spine. Just take a moment here. And very slowly start to walk yourself into that forward fold. And you can bring bolsters under the body, blocks under the forearms. Shift and move, find your way in. When you get to that space, whether you're supported or just letting gravity take over, take a big, deep breath in. And as you let it go through the mouth, soften the face. The shoulders melt away from the spine. Relax the core through the thighs, down into the soles of the feet.
Remembering you can come out of your fold anytime your body says that it's had enough in that shape. But if you're able, see if you can relax just a little bit more here. Let gravity take you into those deep opening spaces of release. Start to send the breath into the space of the low back. Feel it expand through the hips. And as you exhale, get heavy. And then we're going to slowly start to lift the heart. Walk the hands. Let them fully support you as you come back up. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Keep the eyes closed. Just take a few breaths right here. You might start feeling cool, the nervous system starting to down regulate. So take any additional items, socks or sweaters you need to stay nice and warm. Let's take one more breath here. And then just let the hands drop down towards the sides. Take a big breath, energize through the hands, reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers, press the palms, lift the ribs out of the hips and get really tall. And energizing, reach. And exhale, let the fingers just rain down. Make any movement here that feels good, maybe through the neck, maybe even interlacing fingers and taking a heart bind, anything that you might feel like you need to take here. We move into our twist. And I'm going to guide us into a supported twist tonight. We're going to come into guru twist, but if there's something else that would feel better in your body, you're always welcome to take that. We're going to bring our bolster behind us again. We're going to let our knees fall over like a windshield wiper to one side. I'm going to go to the right first. And then we're going to walk our hands around and bring ourselves towards our support. Now, you don't have to be directly behind you. You might be on an angle. We're just going to twist as deeply as it feels right.
How did you start with your legs?
Just in front. Yeah, just let yourself fall over to one side. Start to walk yourself around so that you can bring your bolster underneath your stomach, your chest. Let your head come down on one side. If you want a deeper twist, You're going to take your gaze away in the opposite direction from your knees. So you're fully supported here by your bolster.
What if you can't go all the way?
You can come to any angle at all that feels good. You don't have to come anywhere that doesn't feel like enough. And you can place a block under that bolster if that feels better, so you're not coming all the way down to the floor. Make this your own, support it any way that feels right. And then take a big sigh and let yourself sink down. Just a gentle twist to the spine. Let's take one more slow, deep breath here. Send it into the backbone of the body. So you're going to feel the stomach, the chest press into your bolster, your support, expand into the low back. When the breath releases, feel really supported, sink down. And then the hands come to either side of your support. Press the floor away and lift the heart like a little baby push-up. Take a breath here. Let yourself feel that first release. And then slowly we're going to walk ourselves back towards seated. Both feet come to the floor. Adjust yourself as you need. Let the hands come onto the knees here and take a breath. And then inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades back, let the knees fall open, move the heart forward, seated cat. And the exhale, the knees can move closer to each other. You're going to hang by the arms, round the spine, tuck in the chin, cat pose. We're moving really slow here between these two. Tie it to your own breath. Move through it in a way that feels really fantastic through the back, through the shoulders, through the heart. And you inhale, the heart comes forward, the shoulders draw back, the knees open. Last one here, cow pose. Exhale. Hanging, rounding the spine, tuck in the chin, cat pose. Just pause here. Take a breath in this cat. And then inhale, come back up to seated. We're going to move to the other side. So if you found yourself on an angle, you're going to bring your supports back towards the opposite side of your mat so that you'll be able to access them as we twist. Take the feet wide, maybe as wide as the mat, lift the heart, take a breath, and then windshield wiper the legs over towards the left side here. We're coming onto the left hip. And we start to revolve as we walk the hands around looking for our support on this side. Remember, your twist is very different side to side through hips and spine. So bring your support to whatever angle it comes to meet your body. Again, you can bring blocks underneath, start to come all the way down. The gaze can be left or right, whatever feels really great. And when you found your space, take that big sighing breath and just melt into all your supports. Just last couple of breaths here. And as they deepen, feel that compression into your support and how it opens through the back line of the body. And bring the hands down on either side, your bolsters, whatever support you're using at home. Press the floor away, that baby push up, pause there. And we're just going to move your supports to the side. Very slowly unwind your twist and find your way all the way down onto your back. Feet come to the mat. Align your spine. Pause. And then start to choose your Shavasana. You can place a bolster beneath your knees. You can put one under your ankles at the length of your legs. You can come into traditional corpse pose or open way up into pentacle. Maybe find your side or your belly. And just come to breath as you arrive. And then let the breath deepen just one last time here so that the belly rises. Feel the slow opening of the ribs and how the shoulders connect down as the heart lifts. Pause. And let it go. Starting to reconnect to awareness. Feel that shift in the space behind the eyes, the connection of the heels, the hands, the shoulders to the floor. Let the breath start to deepen so that you draw energy from the soles of the feet all the way up through the heart, all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale, wash it down, heart, through the arms, down to the soles of the feet. Inhale, draw it up. And exhale, release. Gentle movement through fingers, through toes. Move wrists and ankles. Release those and let the head drop from side to side. And let the feet find the floor. You might bring knees to chest or just find your way right over onto your side. You can put the pillow with your arm and take a moment here. And then unhurried, we start to find our way back up to seated. Maybe your blankets come with you. You can sit up on a support or down on the mat. Let your ribs lift out of your hips, your shoulders melt down, and your hands just rest. Find these last few quiet moments of practice. Really let yourself draw inward. When you're ready, bring hands to heart. In this time of year, we move to restore. So move easy tonight. Be mindful. As always, you have my gratitude for joining me, for allowing me to guide your practice. Keep taking good care, and I will see you soon. Namaste.